Well, hey, everybody. How y'all doing? It's Richard with Rip One Outdoors. We are out on a beautiful Sunday afternoon ride in South Picayune, Mississippi. Before we get took off too far, forget about it, somebody roll that intro. Yeah, it's good to be back with y'all. Yeah, it's about 66 some odd degrees. Maybe 67 by now. It was 66 when we left the truck over there on our other video we did. So this would be the part 2 of a Sunday afternoon ride. We're actually starting where we left off on that video. Going to try to run across Highway 11 here. If you go left here, you go down towards Nicholson. There ain't nothing coming, y'all, so here we go. Well, I tell you what. I'm going to run across over here because I want to show y'all something. I don't mean to start the video off with on a bad note, okay? But I just want to show y'all something that y'all know. I was a cop, most of y'all, and if you new folks that's watching me, I was a police officer from 87 to 89 here in Picayune. South Picayune is where I worked at most of the time, down in this area. I wanted to show y'all that embankment right there, abutment, whatever that is. There's a young man. The first fatality that I worked as a cop, the first fatality was right here. There's a young man that came out of Martin Luther King Boulevard right there, and he was in a little red sports car of some kind, and the only thing I can say is the highway was a little slick and he floorboarded that thing. And when I got here, I found the nose end of that car. I found the nose end of that car right there against that abutment. I walked right here and walked right down in that ditch, and he had the window rolled down. I stuck my hand in the window, and I felt under here, under his chin, jaw there, for a pulse. He had one stream of blood coming out of his ear, and that young man's life ended right there in that hole right there, y'all. He's probably about 19, 20, probably just out of school, got him a job. I hate to start the video off on a sad note, but I tell the truth about things that happened to me. But that man's, like I say, that man's life ended right there that day, that young man. And that's all I'll say about that. We're gonna get back across Highway 11 here now. The little RX2.4 has certainly got the giddy up and go about it to get us across it. They ain't got to worry about the power, that's for sure. Ooh, that railroad's rough. We just riding around and talking, thinking. Let's go back up in here. We usually enjoy a little ride up in here. This is mostly industrial stuff up in here, but that's all right. Somebody riding around. Yeah, look at that blue sky, y'all. Y'all see that? Got a jet cutting across it up there. I remember in 2020, just talk for just a minute about I don't want to go on about COVID, because I don't even want to talk about COVID. There goes a nice little chicken hawk out across there. He's flying around chasing some of them little killdeers. Let's see where he went. What about it there, birds? I don't know where that hawk went. Yeah, this is a company that I worked 7 years with this company right here. This is Avon Industrial Polymers. Yep, 7 years. And I probably wouldn't be doing what I am today had it not been for what I've learned working for that company right there. Yeah, running the programs on the computers that I run today. I forgot what I was talking. Oh, I was going to tell y'all about them jet contrails up there. See, that's how my train of thought jumps track. But you see, you got one coming yonder. He's coming from probably down around Orlando or somewhere else. He's cutting across the sky. And but I remember when not Katrina. I remember when COVID hit, that you didn't see that, because it practically shut the airlines down. And I never forget the sight that was, would look up in a pretty blue sky like that and not see a jet contrail. Now you see, this is a main flyway right here from New Orleans, New Orleans International. And if you go into Atlanta, you're going to come right across here, right the way I'm pointing right there. That's a fact. Charlotte, anywhere up the eastern seaboard there, that's the way you're going to be going. And got a little bit of sand right here, y'all, so I'm just going to give y'all a little, that I'm going to be using a little caution right here, okay? See, it tried to slip a little bit with me. This is dry sand right here. There's nothing that you can grip in this sand. You know what they use this sand for? They use this sand for fracking. For fracking oil wells. They pump this sand out right down there south of the house there. And then they bring that sand up here and they burn it and they refine it. And then they put it on railroad train cars and they haul it. I think most of this goes to the Dakotas, somewhere like that. But yeah, whenever you're riding these bikes like this, if I can help someone, I'll try. But when you go to turn around like that, you better be watching. Because you can go back and look at how I fell down there at Bay St. Louis. And if some of y'all hadn't seen that, I'm going to put a link to that right here. That's where I fell, down there at Bay St. Louis. And I'm going to tell you, that wasn't a pleasant experience. I tore myself up. So yeah, whenever I look up, y'all, and I see them contrails in the sky, that's a good thing. That means people are flying. That means they're going home to meet their families. That means business people are flying. Business is getting back to as usual. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. I don't never want to hear anybody mention the word COVID to me again. But in a way, no, I can't say that. I'm just going to say this, that I wouldn't have been home working from home if I hadn't been sent home by my company. But that was my company. That was the interest they took in their employees, and that's CMC for you. They care about their employees, and they didn't want us to get sick, and they sent us home. I lost some friends to COVID, and that's I'm gonna stop there as far as I'm gonna go with that. That hawk we saw a while ago, he's out there in that field right there. He's fiddling around. Let me see if I can get up in there and let me see if I can slip up on him. See what he's doing? He's out there rattling around out there in the field with them little birds. Oh, he's gone now. Y'all see these kind of things right here? This is what they call a lorry tank. Over in England, they call it's like they have trailers like this, and they'll put a tank on it, and it's made out of rubber. But yeah, and they haul liquids and whatever, fuel, water. But they don't use a lot of metal tanks. They use a lot of rubber tanks like that. But I used to build them, and I used to help design them and get the process down right, you know. Yep, tanks, inflatable tanks. The way you tested them is you blow them up with air, okay? Well, you don't blow them up, but what I mean, you inflate them. And then you spray them down with some Dawn and water. This is Power Dynamics over here. This company used to be out in the Stennis, but I don't know where I don't know how they wound up here, but good for them. They do a lot of pumps, a lot of hoses, hydraulic hoses, things like that, pumps. I told all y'all there on the other video a while ago about Aunt Ruby. Aunt Ruby lived right through them woods right there, just like that, right, kind of right through yonder. Aunt Ruby lived right through them woods. They had a place over close to Aunt Ruby's place that was called Miss Mitch's Round Table. Now, has any of y'all ever eaten at a round table restaurant? Where they got the round table out in the middle. It's like a Lazy Susan thing. And they put their turnip greens and cornbread. They put their fried chicken. They put their butter beans, their white limas, their pork chops, chicken. I might have said chicken already, but whatever. They fried fish. They put all that food out there on that Lazy Susan, and you sit around it. It's just a big old circular table. And you sit around it and you eat. Now, you don't have a private table, okay? Because you may be sitting at the table with 10 other people, because usually they're pretty good sized tables. But yeah, you just find you a place at the table and you sit down there and they bring you something to drink. A round table. And that thing lasted for years, y'all. Eventually they closed it down. It was back up in the little hole in the wall in the woods there. Miss Mitch's Round Table. I never forget that. I used to go over there when I worked as a cop. I'd go over there and eat. One of a few places that we could eat free. Well, there's the old train, got the crossing blocked. See, when you get out in the traffic and you need to go, this little bike will get you up and going. Let's see what we can do with it, okay? Let's see, we're in 3, 4, 5. That's 23, 24. I think I might can get it to 25. Nope, not today. So at 24 it is. But that felt good. That felt good. You get in traffic, it'll get you out of traffic, you know. I showed y'all the new police station whenever I was riding up by the woods. Here's where the old police station is. Criminal Justice Center, that's where I worked. There's the old flag. We'll give it a salute as we pass. They got one of these axe throwing places here. Y'all ever seen them axe? It seems to be catching on, pretty popular. But you know what? It ain't closed up yet. It's I think they even have burgers and fries and stuff like that in there. Seem to be doing pretty good. Hot rod heaven. Yeah, they usually got some old hot rods, old classic cars sitting out here. They must have them all up. I guess for the holidays, they put them all up inside there. We'll ease around this way. Now that's new, that little shed right there, that's brand new. That's just been brought in there because there's an old Volkswagen up in that garage. Don't y'all remember I pointed that out to y'all one time? Yeah, old Volkswagen, yellow. Volkswagen Bug. Funeralizing home. Y'all, I declare, I'm only down one bar, and I don't know how many miles we've ridden. I had to look at my phone. But this thing does better and does better and better and better on the power and the range and all. I'll tell y'all when I get through how many miles I've been. People still got up their Christmas decorations. So what'd y'all get for Christmas? Come on, some of y'all, my regulars, tell me, what'd you get for Christmas? Now, if you just got some drawers or something like that, I don't need to know that. But yeah, did you get some e-bike related or bike related item or something like that? Yeah, share that with us in the comments. I don't know what that thing was laying in the street. Looked like a uninflated football. I like riding around Old Town here. But y'all look, they got some pretty flowers here at the monument and all. I can do this, y'all. It won't take but just a minute. I've done this before, but hey, you can't never say enough about the people who dedicated and gave their life so that we could enjoy the freedom that we have today. Ain't that right? But all these bricks right here are Pearl River County and surrounding area natives, names. All these people, they were in, see, Edward E. Smith, World War II Pacific. Get this turned down here where y'all can see it. Norman Sims, Mr. Sims, I knew him. He owned a print shop right down. We passed it whenever we was on the other video there a while ago. U.S. Navy from 45 to 48. My Uncle ST was in the Navy. He served in the South Pacific. My daddy's got a brick in here. I got a couple of uncles that's got bricks here. Anyway, I'm not going to just walk around and point everybody out, but I just wanted to take just a minute to say thank you to these fellers. Because we wouldn't be where we are today had these fellers not defeated that mess. See, there's a brand new one right there. Some feller named Travis, CPO, Chief Petty Officer, U.S. Navy, 1995 to 2015. All right, we'll get back on and ride. Just thought it shared a great opportunity here to recognize folks. Yeah, there's a little Mihogo RX2.4. Ain't that thing cute? Yeah. I did put me a good bell on there. It didn't have a bell. That's one of them Temu bells. Listen at that thing. That thing will ring forever. Yep, I like to ride around Old Town here. That's a pretty rough little curb right there. Let's see how the bike does. Oh man, there ain't no problem with that. So we hope y'all enjoyed the video that we did on the, my goodness, look at that little red car sitting over there. We might have to ride over and take a look at that thing. Look at this thing, y'all. Ain't that pretty? That's a Toyota. How you doing? That's a RAV4. I guess he thought, what in the world are you looking at? But that thing is just plumb pretty. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video we did on the all-wheel drive Mooncool MC3. That was a lot of fun to do. And don't worry, we got some more videos we're gonna do on that. Showing off the all-terrain. You know, I don't want to show it off as a cruiser, but you could use it as a cruiser. But I want to show it off for what it is. I want to show it off as a bad dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bad boy. This little bike just scoots around. And it does. Okay, y'all, we're gonna start winding everything down here. Kind of down in the silk stocking area here now. And yeah, I want to tell you maybe a little story to leave y'all with. We was in high school. Now this was a junior high right here when I went to school. And the high school was the old building across the street from where we got our truck parked. Yeah, that was the high school right there, y'all, when I went to school. And the junior high was here. But now this is the high school and that's the junior high. But when I went to school, we were in the Votech over there across from where I got my truck parked there. We can make a loop here. Yeah, I was in the Votech, and we had, we was doing machine shop class, okay? And it was several of us, just old buddies. We grew up together, and some of us went to school together. Me and Danny Gerald and Joey Gerald, the one we call Foggy, and Marty Wheat. Marty Wheat always wore army boots to school. We called him Army Boots. He come from out around Henley Field. But we used to like to leave school sometimes and go and get us something to eat for lunch because we didn't like the cafeteria food. And we left one day. I think we was riding in, I don't know, Danny's truck. Some of them boys had a truck. Yeah, we was riding in some of their trucks, and we went down. They had a little donut shop down the road there, down the street, straight down the street from the school where we go out down by the railroad there. Paul's Pastry. We skipped and went down there and got us some donuts and some cookies and stuff like that, and some bottle of milk. When we went in the donut shop, we met the student counselor coming out. Her name was Miss Dow. And it was kind of like, hey, Miss Dow. I held the door for her. Hey, Miss Dow, how you doing? She didn't say a word. I said, okay, maybe she'll be cool. Maybe she won't turn us in. And we got back to school. We got in there and I was welding. And I didn't hear them. I didn't hear the intercom go off. Directly, somebody walked back there and tapped me on the shirt while I was welding and said, "Hey, Mitch, you didn't go to the office?" I said, "No." She said, there was a teacher, Doug Intrigan. He said, "Man, you got to go." He said, they done called you and Danny and Joey and Marty. They done called y'all to the office. I said, "No, I didn't hear it." He said, "Well, you better go." So I took off and I got over there, and there was Danny and Marty and Joey already sitting up in there. And the principal's name was Billingsley. He said, well, let me pull over here where we can look at the football field. Principal's name was Billingsley. He said, "Hey, Richard," he said, "we just wanted to know what you had for lunch today." And I told him, I said, "I didn't eat no lunch today. I ate a big breakfast." And Danny and them was sitting there. They just shook their head. Danny said, "Richard, we've already told him." We've already told him. And son, that man pulled out the Board of Education. You know what I'm saying? It was about that long. He carried that thing in his back pocket, and that thing would slap him in the back when he was walking down the hallway. But yeah, he called that the Board of Education. And he laid a whooping on us that we never forget. But you know what? We could have been doing a lot worse. We was just having a little good clean fun, going and getting us some donuts for lunch. And we got in trouble for it. Look, y'all know the routine. Hey, this RX 2.4 is on sale for $8.99. I think it's on sale, or maybe they just changed the price. But that's a lot better price than it was when I did a review. So if y'all interested in it, hit that link that's in my description. And then there's going to be a coupon code that you can use that's RIP60. RIP60. That'll get you $60 off of your purchase. Yeah, there you go. The RX 2.4 from Mihogo. And that's a nice bike. Let me show it to you one more time. Let me get it out here in the sun. Yeah, Mihogo RX2.4. I got the Cloud 9 seat on there. I got a Suntour seat post on there. Hey, it's a pretty good, I got a little B-Soul bag there on the back there. Yeah. So here's what to do. Y'all know what to do now. Use that link. Our channel will get credit for it. Something else, if you got any questions you want to ask me about anything, put my email down there underneath us there, okay? And then y'all know the rest of it. Hey, if you found some value in this ride, got a little bit of entertainment out of it, well, you can hit that subscribe and then reach over there and hit that like, hit that bell notification. I tell you what, we'll sure appreciate it. So welcome to all the new viewers out there. Look at the batteries here. I told y'all I'd tell y'all how far we went. Let me do that. I mean, we ain't went no 40 miles or nothing. 13.5 miles. The battery's down, what is that, 1 bar? There it is, 13.8. That's on the trip. There you go. Shut this rascal off and let's go on back to Cooter Ridge. Hey, will we see y'all out there on the trail there somewhere? We'll catch y'all again, okay? Y'all take care.